Have you ever gotten into bed completely exhausted, but the moment that you close your eyes to sleep, all of a sudden your brain turns on and you're thinking about everything from your to-do list to that awkward conversation that happened during the day to planning your future, and then of course stressing out about the fact that you're still awake and not sleeping. If your mind feels like a runaway train at night and you just want to understand why this keeps happening and how to fix it, I'm going to break it all down for you. If you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Meredith Louden. I dealt with insomnia for 16 years and now I'm a sleep coach, and I specialize in helping people who can't sleep because their mind won't shut off. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly what it means when your mind is racing at night and how to shift this pattern naturally without any sleeping medications. So let's start with the big question. Why is your mind racing in the first place? There are two main reasons that I tend to see with my clients that cause this to happen. And the first one is that your brain hasn't had enough time to process your thoughts, your emotions, or your stress from the day. If you're constantly busy, distracted, multitasking all day long, your brain has likely been in doing mode all day long. And so nighttime might be the first moment that things are quiet enough for those unprocessed thoughts and emotions to come to the surface. I kind of like to think of your mind as like a browser that has a lot of tabs open. And so these tabs are like trying to load because you didn't have enough time to process them earlier. And if your nervous system has been trained to stay on high alert, meaning you're used to operating in stress constantly, or you're always in survival mode most days, then your brain is going to stay in that same pattern at night. It doesn't just automatically shut off because you got into bed and closed your eyes. So your brain needs to be taught to power down. And then the second reason is that your nervous system may associate nighttime with needing to stay awake. This is especially true if you've had past stressful events or trauma that happened at night. Anything from health scares, arguments, trauma from your childhood, staying up late, stressed out, studying for an exam, even long periods of insomnia itself. If night has become a time where your body expects something to happen, it will stay on high alert just in case. And this creates a loop where the brain anticipates danger, which keeps you awake, and then you being frustrated with being awake only reinforces the stress response because now your brain is like, oh, now we're frustrated with something, better stay awake to try and fix it. This is why people end up stuck in this insomnia cycle for so long, because they are accidentally reinforcing this negative feedback loop. And this is exactly what I did for over a decade, and I had no idea that I was part of the problem. So what does all this actually mean? It means your brain is trying to protect you. It believes staying awake and staying alert is helping you. It doesn't realize that what would actually help you more is resting and sleeping. When your subconscious mind is still holding on to the belief that you're not safe at night, whether because of unfinished tasks, unprocessed stress, or just overstimulation, it's going to keep you on high alert. And that's how the fight or flight system works. And here's the twist. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real life threat or just a very overwhelming to-do list. So if you made all of those things feel really urgent or heavy during the day, your brain thinks that sleeping is dangerous because there's still something important that you haven't handled yet. So if your brain is spinning at night, it's not because you're broken, it's just a miscommunication. Your survival mind hasn't gotten the message yet that nighttime is safe and that nothing else needs to be done. All of those things that you're thinking about, they're not emergencies. They're just life stuff, and you can handle that better after you've slept. So what can you do about this? Here is where things can begin to shift. So first, create space to process your thoughts earlier in the day. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of journaling or going on a walk without your phone or just sitting quietly can help your brain start closing down those mental tabs before bedtime. I definitely suggest doing a brain dump in the afternoon at the end of your workday or in the early evening before you close your eyes to sleep. Just write down everything that's been on your mind and take a look at all those things that you write down and remind yourself that these things aren't going to kill you if they don't happen right away. Your brain has been misinterpreting some of those thoughts as life or death situations, and none of them probably are as serious as you've been making them out to be. Now, the second thing that I suggest you do is stop trying to force sleep. Sleep is a passive process. The more you try to sleep and the more pressure you add to it, the harder it becomes. So instead, your goal needs to be to rest, not to sleep. So you need to shift your mindset from, I need to sleep right now, to let me just get some rest. I finally get to rest. I had a busy day. Oh, finally get to do nothing, right? That is the emphasis. When you refocus on resting instead of sleeping, that allows sleep to come to you. My third tip, which is a must, is to retrain your nervous system to feel safe being still. This is the key. This is what actually shifts the pattern long term, not just avoiding screens before bed or taking magnesium, but actually learning to communicate with your survival brain so it no longer feels the need to be constantly on high alert, getting things done 24/7 and staying on guard at night. In order to sleep, your mind and your body need to feel safe simply existing in the present moment without needing to do anything. This is the exact work that I do with my clients and in my online course, Sleep Success. And if you want to dive deeper into this approach, be sure to check out my free masterclass, which is linked in the description below. This is where I walk you through the 3 biggest mistakes people make when trying to get rid of insomnia and what actually works to retrain your mind and body to fall asleep quickly. Your mind is racing at night, not because you're broken. It's because your brain and your body are doing their best to protect you based on what they learned from your past. But the good news is you can unlearn this pattern and show your brain a new way. Sleeping is your natural state, so you can remind your nervous system that resting is safe. And when that shift happens, sleep doesn't become a battle anymore. Now you fall asleep automatically without even thinking about it. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, what's one thing you're gonna try this week to calm your mind before bed? I want you to commit to doing this because most times it's the small shifts that make the biggest impact. You still have the natural ability to sleep, and it's just about helping your brain remember that it's safe to let go and rest.